Hey everyone, this is Natural Prepper coming at you with another video. Just on a quick update of a pet first aid kit I bought this one online. I got it from Temu. It's the same one they have on Amazon. It was about $25, I think, when I bought it. Really nice first aid kit. I did add a lot of things of my own to it, things that are specific for my dog. But you can add your own things to make it specific for your dog. I did have a dog for several years, for about 10 years. There was a diabetic, and she passed away a few years ago. But we have a different dog now, and he has different needs, so I wanted to make a kit that was a little more specific to him. This kit's a kit we're going to keep here at home. I have a lot of these same items in the car kit I have. So if we're anyplace on the road, he'll have access to some of these same items because they're in our people kit. But we wanted to have some of these items at home dedicated to him. So we do have these in our cabinet here at the house. If we were to leave the house for any reason to bug out or anything, we would take this with us. We also have a smaller pet first aid kit in his bug out bag, his dedicated bug out bag. But I did want to share this with you. This is the Rhino Rescue pet first aid kit. And like I said, we added a lot of things to it to make it specific for our dog. This is about $25, $30 on Amazon or Temu. You can probably find it other places as well. It's really nice. It's well organized. Nice canvas bag. There's sections for wound care, for your medical tools, for other things you might have, for heat stroke or to preserve heat, and also for sprains, strains, and paw care. So in this outer pocket here, I try to keep some wet wipes and just a couple compressed towels here. That's what you see there. It came with a muzzle, kind of a rudimentary muzzle, medium sized, but it works okay, fits him. It also came with a slip lead, so you do have a way to restrain your dog if you don't have your leash. It has an expandable bowl to give him a little bit of water if you don't have a bowl with you. That's a good thing to have in case of emergency. It has triangular bandage. It has some booties. If your dog has a foot injury, you might need to cover up their foot if he has a pad injury, something like that. So it does have some booties. I added a SAM splint. This is the smallest SAM splint they have. It folds up real nice, fits in there great. I broke my leg when I was 10, and I know that's a really debilitating injury. Bone and joint injuries are really painful, and I imagine they're super painful for animals too. So anything you can do to stabilize a bone or joint is going to help alleviate some of that pain in your animal. So get a SAM splint, throw it in there. They're cheap. This is a generic one. It was like $3 or $4. Works just as well. It came with an emergency blanket. It came with some self-adherent wrap. I added some hemostatic granules, some Celox from Rescue Essentials. I also added some blood stop gauze, a couple of the 1x1s from Curad, and also another larger blood stopping gauze. It came with a thermometer, so you can check your dog's temperature. Good to know. Came with an ice pack. I added some aspirin and Benadryl. Came with 3 packs where you can add your own medications. Has a pet first aid guide with it that's pretty comprehensive. I added some iodine and alcohol swabs. It did come with some plain cotton swabs. It has some gauze with it, wraps, as well as gauze pads. I added Super Clot, which is really nice. This is a veterinary product. Helps with numbing pain, disinfection, and it also stops bleeding. I added triple antibiotic ointment, hydrocortisone cream. It did come with a little bit of triple antibiotic ointment. Came with some sting relief pads, some antiseptic pads. Came with some scissors. These are kind of rudimentary scissors, so I added a sharper pair of scissors there. I added some nice tweezers. It came with some tweezers. Came with some tongue depressors, some sterile water. A couple things I added. I added some honey sticks My dog's not always the best eater, and he gets low blood sugar sometimes. So I added some honey sticks for him. If he's out in the heat doing anything, he might get some low blood sugar. Also, some pets get dehydrated, or you might need to disinfect a wound. So this is good to have. This is just I think this is what, a 12 cc. Yeah, 12 milliliter irrigation syringe. This is a dental irrigation syringe. You can get these pretty quick, pretty cheap on the internet. And they're nice because you can give your dog a little bit of water, even if they're not really interested in drinking. Sometimes you can dissolve some honey in water and give them that and rehydrate them a little bit. That works really well. We had a diabetic beagle for 10 years, and we had to give her insulin twice a day, keep an eye on her blood sugar. If her blood sugar dropped, we had to give her sugar water or honey water, and get it back up. And this is one of the tricks we use for her. So if your pet is prone to low blood sugar, this might be something to keep on hand. It's also good for flushing wounds, like I said. So all this together here, maybe cost $45. It's a good array of things to have on hand for your pet. If you love your pet like I do, good stuff to have. I forgot to mention we also have some toenail clippers up there if there's any kind of injury where he might have messed up his toenail. Might be good to be able to trim that up a little bit. But these are the basics, and it's good stuff to have on hand if you're a pet owner at all. All right, guys, have a good day. Stay safe.